Okay, so here's going to be a whole workout, and it's going to assume that you have your pair of dumbbells, and we're going to take you through everything. I'm going to set the time. It'll be just like I'm there, and you just have to make it through the entire time. So let's first start with your warm up. Start with your knee marches, and the clock is ticking. So remember, I'll demonstrate, but eventually this is your workout. So continue marching, and I'll tell you when to switch. Just focus on keeping your stomach tight and drawing those knees up to your chest. Pretty much everything we're going to do today is right around that 30-second mark. Get ready. And now stop. So now begin doing your kicks. Your Russian march is what we also call them. Opposite leg, opposite arm. Go. Clock is ticking. Good. So try to kick it up and try to keep that knee as straight as possible. For a lot of you that are more advanced, this is pretty much standard. We always think of it's 3 exercises for our lower body and 3 for our upper, which is pretty much our rotator cuffs. Good. And then stop. So your third for the lower body is hands on the hips, and then just begin doing your lunges. So take a alternating lunge backwards, just like that. Clock is ticking. Keep your hands on your hips, which prevents you from using your arms for momentum. And you're just trying to make sure you're dropping your back knee straight down. Good. And then stop that. Now begin doing your arms. Your palms are forward. Bring them up all the way over the top in what we call the snow angel. Begin. Good. Good. Make sure those palms are forward and you're trying to touch your thumbs straight over top. Good. All the way up, all the way down. Good. Then we switch to the one we know is over the top. Our arms are at 90 degrees. And then rotate them forward and back. This is what it would look like from the side too. Begin. Good. Elbow stays the same height as my shoulder. Don't let it drop or collapse. Keep it up the whole time. Good. And remember, you're doing everything right if you're starting to feel a burn, a soft burn happening in the shoulder. Ready, and then stop. And then have your thumbs down, and then pull them up just like you're pouring out a couple drinks in front of you. And begin. Good. Good. Keep pouring them out and keep that thumb side down. And then stop. Good. This is where you grab a drink. Make sure you always have water close by. You can grab a sip. You get a minute or two. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make it so that we're going to do 3 things in a row, and each thing is 30 seconds apiece. What we're going to do is then we're going to stretch out those muscles, and then we're going to go to a different one. So there's a lot of different ways we've done this with 3, and some of you might recognize the name, the sandwiches. Some of you might recognize the name, the terrible trio. They all are just a play off of doing 3 exercises in a row for 30 seconds each. So a total of 90 seconds of total work. But each has a little different twist to it going into it. Being that this one is going to be more generalized, it's just going to be We want to do 3 things, and we're trying to hit the entire body when we do it. So grab your dumbbells. Imagine I have my imaginary ones here. I don't have them out, but it's your workout, not mine, as I like to say. Bring them up to the shoulder. Keep your feet shoulder width apart. Let me demo first, and I'll demo all 3. And then when I say go, then you'll go. So don't waste your energy just yet. But the first one will be the traditional squat and press, or squat and push. And your goal is just to try to make sure that that weight stays above your shoulder. So don't let it drop below when you're doing it. When you hear me say switch, then I want to be able to do my lunge backwards as I curl, and I'm alternating left and right. And then when you hear me say switch, you bring the weight up to your shoulder again. And this time I drop down and I pulse. I'm doing my squat pulse just like that. So get yourself ready. Start with your squat to press. I have the clock at all times. Get ready. And go. So begin. Squat and blow out at the top and not the bottom. Good. Just keep going. Good. Focus on keeping your back arched and keep your heels down on the ground. Good. Keep going. Ready. And now switch. Go into the curl and the backward lunge. Go. Clock is ticking. Nice. Head stays up. Make sure you curl it all the way up and curl it all the way down. And you're dropping that back knee straight down each time. Get into the nice rhythm. Ready. And now switch. Bring the weights up to your shoulders. Feet shoulder width apart. Drop and start pulsing and stay on your heels. Go. Good. Stay down and keep those weights above your shoulder. You want them above your heart. And when I'm pulsing there, we're trying to feel that cardiac output and our heart output go up higher. Good. Stay down. Don't stand up. Stay down. Good. You're almost there. Ready. And time. Stop there. Good. Set the weights down off to the side. And then do your stretches that you know how to. With your hamstring, find something to put your leg up and then reach for it with both hands and then breathe 3 times. Good. And switch sides. Leg up. Reach for it with both hands and breathe 3 times. I'm not trying to overstretch myself. I'm not really warmed up like you are. So now if you can have the same thing to put your foot up on, or if you can actually grab your foot, stretch out your quad, breathe 3 times. Switch sides. Either put your foot up on something or grab your foot and breathe 3 times. Good, and then we do our shoulder stretches. So grab your arm, pull it across your body, keep your head still, and breathe 3 times. Make sure that top arm is straight. Pull it across the other way. Breathe 3 times. And then interlock your fingers behind your back and try to bend over and pull your arms up. And breathe 3 times. Good. Grab your sip if you need it, and then we're going to go on to round 2. So in my mind, we're just going to do what I consider to be the opposite moves. So the opposite being now, I take my dumbbells and I'll demonstrate again. I'll demo first, and it doesn't count unless I say go, because I haven't started the clock yet. My legs are wide, the weights are in between my legs, and so I'm squatting and pulling under my chin. So squat and pull. When you hear me say switch, bring the dumbbells over your head. So then I'm doing my tricep, bend and straighten. So when I come down, I squat and I bend. Now, if you have to switch to one dumbbell, that's fine. Hold the dumbbell up over your head, but you're doing the same motion of your tricep and your squatting. And then when you hear me say switch, at that point, it's going to be similar. The only difference is my legs are wide, I have my dumbbells, I'm squatting down, and I'm trying to raise up on my toes like a ballerina, just like that. You might not be able to see my feet, but you can definitely see how my body moves in reaction to that. So I'm not trying to stand up like a squat. I'm staying down in my squat and just raising up on my toes. So it's those three and next. Get yourself ready. Legs wide, weight in between your legs. Ready, and go. So it's squat and pull, squat and pull. Make sure your hands are underneath your chin. Keep going. Keep going. The clock is moving. Good. Try to lead with your elbows. Keep your elbows higher than your hands. Good. Get ready. And now switch. So keep your legs apart. You're still squatting. The weights come overhead. And then you bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. And go. Clock's ticking. Good. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Just like that. Excuse me. Good. Good. Push through your heels. Make sure that weight goes behind your head. And then switch. So keep your legs apart. Drop down in that squat. Let the weight hang between your legs. And then raise up on your toes. Raise up on your toes. Go. Clock is ticking. So you stay down in a squat position, but you're raising up on the toes. And as I say, if you're lucky, you'll start to feel a tiny burn happening right on those muscles. Good, but stay down. Good, good. Ready, and stop. Very good. So then set the weights down off to the side. And again, do your leg stretches. Put your foot up on something, and then reach for the toe with both hands and breathe 3 times. Good. Reach for your toe with both hands and breathe 3 times. Good. Stretch out your quad. Put your foot up on something or grab your foot and breathe 3 times. Switch feet and breathe 3 times. Good. And on that one, reach over your head, grab your elbow, bend to the side as you do it. Breathe 3 times. And then same thing, bend the elbow, act like you're scratching your back, then pull the elbow and bend to the side and breathe 3 times. Good, and then we do one where your feet are together, interlock your fingers, push them out, bring them up over your head as far as you can go. Breathe. And then reach forward and try to touch the ground and breathe. Good. Grab your sip, and then we're going to be on to the third series. And what you want to be able to do, grab your dumbbells one more time. We are going to do ones where we already hit the bicep, but we want to do it one more time statically. So we're just focusing on those arms directly. It is summertime, so everyone always wants good arms. So it's the one where your legs are wide. If you drop down, when I say go, you're going to be doing your bicep curl pump outs. When you hear me say switch, then you stand up, put your feet together, you bend over, and then you're doing your laterals out to the side. And then when you hear me say switch, have them together, drop down, and you're doing your twist, making sure that your head stays still. So don't swing your head side to side. So you have those three coming up. Get ready. Drop down, squat, and now go. Begin curling down from there. Just pump those arms out and try to make sure your knees stay bent. Good, good. Keep curling. Good. And now switch. You want to be able to do the second one, which is a bent over lateral. Look at the ground and go. Good. Stay down. Look at the ground. And keep trying to bring them right out to the side. So don't let them come behind you towards your leg. Make them come right out to the side like you're pouring water out from them. And then don't stand up. Stay down. And then switch. So then feet apart. Weights out in front. And then twist them. And go. Good. Keep pumping them out. Good, good. And stay down there. Don't stand up. Try to keep your knees bent. And stop. Good. Put your weights down off to the side. Your first stretch is the one where you take your hands and palms and try to push them out to the side and look up towards the ceiling and breathe 3 times. You want to feel your arms stretching. Good. And now you want to do the one where you pull your arm across, but this time, instead of keeping your head still, turn it and try to turn your whole body in the direction of where you're pulling, and then breathe. So you want to be able to have your whole torso stretch on this one. And then do the other side. Pull it and turn your head and your torso in that direction, and then hold and breathe. Good. And so now you're going to have to take your action down to the ground. I'll bring myself down to the ground so you can see better. So I'm about to move it. While I'm doing that, you can get yourself prepared. have the greatest amount of space down here, but I think you can see me well enough to figure it out. So, being on the ground, the way that this series is going to go, we're going to do the ones with our plank motion. So with that first one, I'm up in my plank, and I want to bring my arm up one at a time. When you hear me say switch, you're then trying to bring your leg up with your leg straight one at a time. And I don't know if you can see me quite that well, but I am lifting my leg up. I'm trying to alternately lift them up one at a time. And then when I say switch, you just hold your normal plank. And so it's those three. So the arm up plank, the leg up plank, and then your normal plank. Get yourself ready. Ready? And go. So begin doing your arm up. And every time, blow out. Good. Continue on your own. I'm just here to make sure that your form's good and that I have the timer here. Good, good, good. And of course, if you have to stop, just put a knee down, catch your breath, but keep going. Get ready. And now switch to your leg up one at a time. So you're trying to kick your leg up one at a time. Left, right. Clock is ticking. Good. Good. Make sure your knee stays straight. You're trying to use your butt to lift that leg up. Don't bend the knee. Keep your knee straight. Good. Get ready. And now switch to the normal plank. And then just hold it. Remember, keep everything nice and tight. Keep your hips up. Don't let them drop too low. You're doing good. Good. Come on, you can do it. You only have 10 more seconds. You can make it. Good, good, good. Keep going, keep going. And time. Good. So we stay down here. And of course, we do our cobra stretch. We lift up. Look at the ceiling. Try to push our hips down. And then we go into the child's pose. We drop our head, keep our arms forward, and really stretch it out. Good. And then for your final round, you're going to be on your butt. You're going to grab one dumbbell. Make sure you have one with you. I'll do my best to demo here, talk you through it. So with your first one, you're going to do the one where you're trying to keep your feet off the ground. You have the dumbbell, and you're doing your twist, your Russian twist. When you hear me say switch, head to your back. Keep the weight over your torso, and then you're doing your leg lifts, not letting your feet touch the ground. And when you hear me say switch, grab the weight by the stem, and then proceed to do your bicycle, where you're turning into the lead leg every time it comes up, and your head and shoulders stay off the ground. So, let's see how you do. Start with your Russian twist. Sit on your butt, feet off the ground, and go. Begin twisting. Good. Those of you that can touch the ground with your weight, great. The rest of you, just keep trying to keep your feet off the ground the whole time. Everything looks good. And if your lower back does start bothering you, then put your heels on the ground and keep moving. So if your lower back is bothering you, heels on the ground then. Ready? And now switch. Lay on your back, hold the weight by the calves, keep your head down, and then go. Start doing your leg lifts. Good. Just like that. Focus on blowing out at the top. Good, good. You're almost there. You can do it. Ready, and now switch. And then go into the bicycle. Grab the weight by the stem, and then go. Boom. Clock is ticking. Just like that. Just like that. Get a full extension with that leg. And try not to let the feet touch the ground. If you need to, you can hug those knees to your chest, but don't let your feet touch the ground. Keep going. You got about 10 seconds. Good, good. And time. Relax. Set the weight down off to the side. And then we're doing our stretches. The one where we lay flat. Make yourself nice and tall like you're on the rack. Breathe. And then you're doing that stretch where you grab one knee and pull it across your body with the opposite arm and keep the other arm flat on the ground with your arms out to the side, the palm on the ground. You want to feel stretch and breathe. Good. And then the other side. Bring the knee up and then pull it across until you feel the stretch. Keep your palm on the ground and breathe. And then, ta-da! So that was definitely a little bit more for all you guys who are a little more advanced. And you can definitely repeat the workout again. I'll try to get another one to you guys. But for right now, hopefully that works for you. Take care, and I'll see you guys soon, all right? Bye.